Chapter 3. The Being of Atom. In this chapter, Hermès attempts to describe God, Atom. Although God cannot be defined with words, Hermès gives some clues for us to contemplate. God is oneness. Everything is a part of one supreme being. Like the number 1, which is the source of all subsequent numbers, God is the source of all. Yet just as when the number 1 is divided or multiplied by itself, it remains 1. So God constantly remains the oneness. Because he unites everything, his nature is paradoxical. He is the creator who creates himself. He is always hidden from us, yet he is also the world around us. He has no particular name, because all names refer to him. God is the supreme mind. He is everywhere and always. The human mind is an image of the supreme mind. Through the power of imagination, it can roam the universe and be like God in all times and all places. Hermès tells us that if we truly understand the extraordinary power of the human mind, we would then know the nature of God. Everything exists as an idea within the mind of God. He creates all things in the same way that our own minds create thoughts. Just as the nature of mind is to think, so the nature of God is to create. This is not something he did at the beginning of time. He is doing it continuously. God is constantly creating creation and will never stop. God is both the material objects around us and the immaterial thoughts in our mind. The world we see and sense is an illusion, however, compared to the great ideas which only exist in the mind. Above all are the ideas of goodness and beauty. These qualities belong to God alone. They can at best be found imperfectly in the material world, but exist in all their perfection in the immaterial world of the mind. They are so perfect that God is in love with them. God is in love with himself. The being of Atom. Give me your whole awareness. Concentrate your thoughts, for knowledge of Atom's being requires deep insight, which comes only as a gift of grace. It is like a plunging torrent of water, whose swiftness outstrips any man who strives to follow it, leaving behind not only the hearer, but even the teacher himself. To conceive of Atom is difficult. To define him is impossible. The imperfect and impermanent cannot easily apprehend the eternally perfected. Atom is whole and constant. In himself, he is motionless, yet he is self-moving. He is immaculate, incorruptible, and everlasting. He is the supreme, absolute reality. He is filled with ideas which are imperceptible to the senses. And with all-embracing knowledge, Atom is primal mind. He is too great to be called by the name Atom. He is hidden, yet obvious everywhere. His being is known through thought alone, yet we see his form before our eyes. He is bodiless, yet embodied in everything. There is nothing which he is not. He has no name, because all names are his name. He is the unity of all things. So we must know him by all names and call everything Atom. He is the root and source of all. Everything has a source, except this source itself, which springs from nothing. Atom is complete like the number 1, which remains itself, whether multiplied or divided, and yet generates all numbers. Atom is the whole, which contains everything. He is 1, not 2. He is all, not many. The all is not many separate things, but the oneness that subsumes the parts. The all and the one are identical. You think that things are many when you view them as separate, but when you see they all hang on the one and flow from the one, you will realize they are united, linked together, and connected by a chain of being from the highest to the lowest, all subject to the will of Atom. The cosmos is one as the sun is one, the moon is one, and the earth is one. Do you think there are many gods? That's absurd. God is one. Atom alone is the creator of all that is immortal and all that is mutable. If that seems incredible, just consider yourself. You see, speak, hear, touch, taste, walk, think, and breathe. It is not a different you who does these various things, but one being who does them all. To understand how Atom makes all things, consider a farmer sowing seeds. Here wheat, there barley, now planting a vine, then an apple tree. Just as the same man plants all these seeds, so Atom sows immortality in heaven and change on earth. Throughout the cosmos, he disseminates life and movement, the two great elements that comprise Atom and his creation, and so everything that is. Atom is called Father because he begets all things. And from his example, the wise hold begetting children, the most sacred pursuit of human life. Atom works with nature, within the laws of necessity, causing extinction and renewal, constantly creating creation to display his wisdom. Yet the things that the eye can see are mere phantoms and illusions. Only those things invisible to the eye are real. Above all are the ideas of beauty and goodness. Just as the eye cannot see the being Atom, so it cannot see these great ideas. They are attributes of Atom alone and are inseparable from him. They are so perfectly without blemish that Atom himself is in love with them. There is nothing which Atom lacks, so nothing that he desires. There is nothing that Atom can lose, so nothing can cause him grief. Atom is everything. Atom makes everything, and everything is a part of Atom. Atom therefore makes himself. This is Atom's glory. He is all creative, and this creating is his very being. It is impossible for him ever to stop creating, for Atom can never cease to be. Atom is everywhere. Mind cannot be enclosed, because everything exists within mind. Nothing is so quick and powerful. Just look at your own experience. Imagine yourself in any foreign land, and quick as your intention, you will be there. Think of the ocean, and there you are. You have not moved as things move, but you have traveled nevertheless. Fly up into the heavens. You won't need wings. Nothing can obstruct you, not the burning heat of the sun or the swirling planets. Pass on to the limits of creation.